Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're going to talk about something really interesting. Are you guys excited? Alright, so our topic for today is all about Proverbs, myths, and legends. By the end of this video, you'll be able to tell the difference between them and even share some examples with your friends. Now, imagine this. You hear a short saying or someone tells a story about a god or maybe a hero. How do you know if it is a proverb, a myth, or a legend? That's exactly what we'll learn today. Now, let's start with Proverbs. A proverb is a short saying that gives advice or teaches a lesson for life. Proverbs are easy to remember because they are short but they give us wisdom about how to live, how to act, or how to make decisions. One of the common examples of Proverbs are from the Bible. The key things to remember about Proverbs, they are short and easy to remember, they teach lesson or give advice, they often reflect the culture and values of the people. So whenever you hear a short saying that teaches you something, it is probably a proverb. Next, let's talk about myths. A myth is a story that explains why things happen in the world or why people do certain things. Myths usually have gods, goddesses, or supernatural events, and sometimes they teach lessons about life. For example, in Greek mythology, there is the story of Hermes, the messenger god, who was clever even as a baby and stole Apollo's cattle. This story shows Hermes' cleverness. In the Philippines, we have Malakas and Maganda. This is the story of the first man and woman who came out of the bamboo. Is it amazing, right? Alright, so myths like this explain how humans were created, which is why people tell them again and again. Key things to remember about myths, they explain natural events, culture, or human behavior. They involve gods, heroes, or magical creatures. They often teach lessons about life, bravery, or morality. So myths are not just stories. They help us understand the world around us. Lastly, we will talk about, what is legend? A legend is a story about a real person, place, or event, but it has some imagination or exaggeration. Legends are meant to inspire, entertain, or show values like courage, loyalty, or honesty. For example, in the Philippines, we have Lapu-Lapu. Do you know who is Lapu-Lapu? Alright, he bravely fought the Spanish explorer Magellan. This story shows courage and love for the country. Another example is King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Even if King Arthur was a real person, the story adds magic, swords, and knights, which make it exciting. Key things to remember about legends. It is based on real people, events, or places, has exaggerations or imaginative details, teaches values and entertains. So if you hear a story about heroes or historical events with some exciting twist, it is probably a legend. Okay, let's recap everything we learned today. First is the Proverbs. It is the short sayings that teach lesson. Second, myths is the stories with gods or magical events that explain the world. Lastly, legends, stories about real people or events but with imaginative details. A simple way to remember this: Proverbs guide us, myths explain the world, and legends inspire us. Here's the questions for you. Can you think of a proverb, myth, or a legend from your family or community? Pause the video for a moment and write it down. Cool, right? These stories are everywhere if you just pay attention. That's all for today's lesson. Now you can identify the proverbs, myths, and legends, and even share them with your friends or family. I hope you enjoyed learning with me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more fun lessons. Thanks for watching and see you for the next episode. Bye-bye!